Rod Fleming here, and I hope you're all well. I'm getting slightly better, but I have recently been attacked by a bunch of autogynophiles, so I'm going to go into that a little bit. The instigator of this particular round of unpleasantness is a creep who goes by the name of Jagdeep Jano, alias Joey Wickam, or what he claims is his real name, which is Jackson Stokes. Well, Jackson Stokes is a really well-known musician, so it's probably bullshit too. Everything about this guy is bullshit. He's an autogynophile. He had an interview with me and explained how he liked to lie in his bed naked and dildo himself to climax, and how he liked to dress in women's clothes and all sorts of things like that. How lovely. And yes, I admit, he later backpedals, but if you know autogynophiles, you know that that's what they do. They let something slip and then they, oh my god, what if he makes it public? Well, you see, Jackson, we know what you are. You're a piece of shit. That's what you actually are. You're a thoroughly unpleasant boy who thinks that it's nice to pick on other people.
Hey Rod, this is Jagdeep Jano. I made the Rod Fleming Explodes video. I appreciate you most likely hate me, and the last thing you want is to hear from me now. By all means, ignore this email, and you won't hear from me ever again. I will not contact you after this unless you get back to me. But yeah, feel free to delete this message right now. You don't have to read on, of course. I know we aren't on good terms. However, I'm hoping that you will hear me out here, because I believe we have a common enemy, someone called Sarah, aka Paul, whom I have been in communication with and has been encouraging me to try and ruin your reputation. Before I speak on that, I know you don't think I'm trustworthy. I don't blame you, but I want to give me sincerest condolences about Sam. They didn't deserve that, neither did you. I kept you both in my prayers. I want to say again, the video I made about you was opportunistic, and to be honest, a bit sly, as prior to that, we got on with each other. I actually like you, believe it or not, but seeing all the stuff about kids on your website, which there is none by the way, and a few potentially dodgy pics you posted on Discord, I thought it would make for a juicy YouTube video. So I think we can see now just what this person is all about. Anyway, it got a lot more views than I expected. Without wanting to sound shallow, I kept it up because my subscriber count is going up thanks to it. I was going to leave it at that, until I was contacted by numerous people from your circle. Kate, Will, Bluebell, Shannon, Kat, Jungle Bunny, all telling me about someone called Sarah, aka Paul, aka Lynn. So I have been saying that I might make a Rod Fleming Exposed Part 2 video. Really it would be about this Paul, and giving a voice for people to share their testimonies of what Paul did to them. I was tempted to include more about you, however I have decided against it. Note that. Sam's sister and cousin reached out to me and asked me to speak on what they think you did to Sam. But it's all hearsay, Rod. To be clear, I have no intention of speaking on you ever again. And this is, just so you know, this is written a month ago, just after Sam died, 3 weeks ago. Then, as fate would have it, I was contacted by somebody calling themselves Karen, someone who claimed to be a close friend of Sarah. They wanted me to make another video about you and told me lots about you. I will attach some of their emails so that you can see what they've been saying about you. I believe that Karen is an alias of Sarah, and that I'm speaking to Sarah, but they're pretending to be Karen. Again, I appreciate that we're not on good terms, etc, etc, etc. And there's a load of old blurb here describing this video, which I've never seen, that he allegedly made of me. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. I'm really just brainstorming ideas here. So, what guarantee do I have that you won't do the same as you did last time? Again. Which he said, hey Rod, that's the tricky part, because how can I guarantee that? What I will say though, is that in our interactions from here, I'm not here to pry or find out more about you. I'm here exclusively to talk about Sarah, Paul, and their actions. I promise you that I have no intention of implicating you in what Paul has done. For now, I will just share with you a few Discord messages of people explaining what he's done. The focus is entirely on him, not you. Please keep these messages between us, of course. And I'll stop there and say, I would have normally kept this completely private, but my understanding is that this person, Jagdeep Jano, who is also known as Joey Wickam, and has another alias as well, which I'll give you later, has already made another lying video about me, distorting the truth, and lying, as usual, using more information which is not true. And so I don't feel bound by any discretion on this part. Anything I can find out about this guy, I will tell you all of. Every single bit of it. Because he is a rat. Anyway, to get back to it. And the worst thing that anyone has said about you, Ray, this situation, is that you turned a blind eye to Paul grooming and trying to attack people because they were sending you money. So again, I'll pause here. Paul did send me 50 quid once, £50, which is very nice of him. And he also sent a webcam thing, you know, that was ancient, didn't work. And I believe a light. It's nothing. It was nothing. It certainly wasn't enough to make me tell lies. I was not aware that, or, you know, I didn't look into it deeply enough. And in any case, I would regard it as not being my business. If he's, as far as I knew, everybody that he was talking, that is Paul was talking to, was an adult, so not my onions. Really not my onions. Trying to tell me, Paul's email is trying to tell me that I'm the groomer, which I've never been. I've never, ever done that. I'm going to share you with my final, it's all right, these are just emails from email. I want to say something, okay, regarding my vid about you, in case you were wondering what I thought about you, what my personal opinion is. Remember, this is this Jagdeep Jano, Joey Wickam, whatever name. I made it a salacious YouTube video, but I do not believe you've ever done anything in real life to anyone underage, which I certainly haven't, and if anybody were to suggest that I had, I will sue them for defamation. You said that yourself, and I honestly believe, well, get away. I've seen a few of the ladyboys you've gone with in the past. It clears that you have a type, and that type is not children. Of course not. I like ladyboys. If I honestly, more self-effacing garbage from this fucking idiot. So let's go on. So then he says, I send a donation. Hey Rod, I sent a donation through. 30 quid. Let's go back a little bit further. Point, I say, well, I'm not going to say anything, but at that point I was under the impression that Joey Wickam, Jagdeep Jano, whatever he's calling himself at the moment, Jackson Stokes, here's another one, Jackson Stokes, was going to play decent and not, try once again to defame me. So I don't feel bound by any guarantees about secrecy that I gave him now. Sorry, bud. Fuck about and find out. So I sent, to come away from these, I sent this character a zip of all the stuff that I had on this guy, Paul Sarah, and I will actually put up the video that I did send to Jackson Stokes, Joey Wickam, Jagdeep Jano, whatever he's calling himself today, and I will put up the original, the one that hasn't been cut to bits and made to look as I know this character does. I don't look at his stuff. I don't go his channel. I'm not interested in people like that. They're scum. So the next really goes, he's just hassling me to get a video that he can use to offend me and cause trouble. And I'll send another 30 quid on PayPal again, and so fine. His last one was he said he's made this other video, which I've not seen. I have no intention of seeing. And he talks about some random woman that I was seen with. Well, I have a housekeeper, and occasionally we go up to the mall together because she needs to shop, and I need to have the money to shop with. So, no, I am not with anyone else. In the fullness of time, when I've got over this a bit more, I may well take up with another pretty lady boy.
Now that you've seen all those, that's what the guy says. Oh, I'm not going to be bad to you. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to traduce you. I'm not going to misrepresent or misquote you. Of course, that's exactly what he does, and I knew he would. I absolutely knew he would. But he now doesn't want me to reveal the name Jackson Stokes. So I'm telling you, Jackson Stokes, famous musician. Yeah. If he's cursed with that name, well, fine. I think people like this illustrate just how evil some autogynephiles really are. They're vile, or at least they can be vile. I mean, I've met autogynephiles here who were fine, they were okay. And although they maybe had issues about money and stuff like that, they weren't bad people. But the ones in the West, by and large, are just despicable. That's the word. Despicable. Horrible people who lie, who cheat. They have no actual attachment to reality whatsoever. So I'm going to let that one hang. There you are. Jagdeep, Jackson Stokes, Joey Wickam, enjoy. I will be making this very public, and all of these that you sent me will go on my website, including all of the things that the person known severally as Lynn Britton, Sarah, Karen and Paul. What is it with these bloody names? Why do they all have to have 10 names? You know, you talk to me, you're talking to me. That's my name, Rod Fleming. Don't wear it out. So I'll put all those up on my website. Because frankly, reading, speaking that drivel is painful. These people they hide behind the pretense of being trans, but they're actually just transvestites. They're fetishistic men who like to dress up in girly clothing. That's it. There's nothing special about them, and they're not deserving of any more attention than that. If we're talking about actual transsexuals, that's homosexual transsexuals that I have all the time in the world for them. Sometimes they can be tricky because they've been abused, but the fact is they're, by and large, really sweet, lovely people. So this will be going up on several forums, put it on Rumble, put it on Odyssey, because I don't trust YouTube at all. It's infested with wokeists. So we'll do that so that this doesn't get lost. You know? One thing before I forget about Jackson Stokes, stroke Joey Wickam, stroke Jagdeep Jano, is that he has, as well as his fetish for penetrating himself with dildos and various others, he has a thing about boys. He's picked up on several articles that I have on my site which explain the context. You know, you can't really understand how ladyboys come to be unless you understand that they actually come to be as, well, adolescents, really. And if you don't understand that, then you don't understand it. It's not like they suddenly pop into existence, you know, at the age of 22. That doesn't mean you should be doing anything with them, it just is an observable fact.